Hello, this is Jim Howard, Superintendent for Jackson Heights, USD 335. I wanted to spend a moment and give you a brief update on an incident that occurred at the 712 building several days ago. Uh, Before I get into the incident, I want to start by saying that there has been several pieces of information that you might have seen on Facebook or other social media um, outlets that were very inaccurate as far as some of the information, and now starting to become a little bit harmful to some of the staff and students. When we start hearing information that has not been verified, and then when we start naming specific kids' names and teachers' names and things like that, it really does make it harmful for our staff and students. And I know that was never anyone's intent um, to intentionally harm or um, hurt a student or a staff member, but the information that you have, all you had to do was call if you have any concerns because we will address them. But again, I wanted to start by saying that this is just so I can give you the update I can. Obviously, when there's students and staff involved, that we have to keep confidentiality as the utmost because there's information that this is protected, and we want to make sure we're protecting everybody involved. That being said, the incident in question was involving middle school boys, and it was involving passing period between two classes in one of the locker rooms. All the students and staff that were involved in that incident, that we've already taken the actions as a school during our investigation and found out what things needed to be done to the current point. So all those things have been addressed as a school. So some of the information you might have saw was that there's still some um, unfinished items, or there might be some things that have not been handled. There has been a pretty lengthy investigation, and everyone involved with that has had the action the school needs to take. And moving forward, now we started taking some other plans into consideration, which would be the plans to help us to keep up with our what we call our safety plans. And that is just in these situations when we have passing periods and when we have incidences where there might be not as much supervision due to kids moving around, which is pretty common. These incidents happen in schools all across the state and the nation. So this is we are taking that opportunity as a staff to say, hey, what are some ways we can improve? One of the big ones that your kids might be talking about immediately is that we have locked the locker rooms, and then for the students to get into the locker rooms, they will need to ask a staff member who will have a key. We've had enough kids that in the last couple of days who this has become a little bit hard because we don't have a lot of those keys. We did make enough keys that multiple staff members will have access, so the kids just need to ask. And then we've also looked at other procedures as far as passing periods and bathrooms, and then just to update the things that we know might become potential areas where kids are just not as monitored. And these plans are in every school, and we generally have not had a great deal of incidences because we have a very good set of students and staff. And unfortunately, we had some students that made poor choices, and those things will be addressed by the school. And I want to also keep in mind that these are all children, and these are all kids that attend our school. And we want to make sure we find um, the ability to get the information in a way that keeps everybody safe, and also that keeps anonymity, and also helps us to grow as a school. So if there's anything you hear or see or any questions you might have, please feel free to ask me directly. You can call, email, and if there's something that you see that you might see on a social media, and you're like, I wonder what is the story behind that, all you have to do is ask, and we will definitely give you information because we want to be transparent, but we also want to make sure that we um, take a reasonable approach based on the fact that these are kids, and we want to keep them safe as well, everybody involved. So I thank you very much. And if you have any further questions, please reach out.